America Sierra Kilo, secure 20 Allo 20 secure Delta Rai, Echo Alpha 7 America Sierra Kilo, over. Mike 0. Alpha Kilo, Mike 0 Alpha Kilo, is correct? Okay, Mike 0 Francia America Kilo, is correct?
Audio test 1 2 1 2. Audio test. Feels kind of odd listening to myself, but I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do to check the audio levels. Could be a little bit loud, and not my audio is probably too low. No, sounds good. If anyone has complaints, feel free to complain in the chat. What we're doing right now is listening to the 20-meter amateur radio band using a software-defined receiver. And if you would like to play along at home, you can. The link to the software-defined receiver's web interface is in the video description. You can access it and browse around the bands at home. Like, you can listen to completely different things than what I'm listening to right here. You could technically even install SDR Connect and add it as a remote control device and play along with your own choice of frequencies if you like. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm just picking random conversations right now in the 20-meter amateur radio band and see what kind of conversations we can grab. And if you'd like to listen to something else, let me know, or grab the link in the video description. Access, I think up to 10 people can access this software-defined receiver remotely and pick your own frequencies. You can only play along within the frequency range that I have selected, at least as long as I have control, which I do right now. But in theory, if I wouldn't be blocking the control end of it, you could just tune around whatever frequency you like. So, chat. I wonder if the chat is working. There we go. Yeah. Prism Studio is sometimes odd. Can somebody please drop a comment in the chat? Because I just would like to know if the chat is working. Sometimes weird. In Prism Studio, sometimes it's better to just open the stream in a different browser window and just check out the chat there. But I'm hopeful that it works the way it is. Now we only gotta find an interesting QSO. That's a very strong station that's been there for a while. That doesn't sound like English, so that's not gonna work. Let's try this one. It's a very strong station for sure. Let's see. It doesn't seem to be all too much activity. Let's try that one. Tempted to open. Let's open this stream in another browser window so that I can actually make sure that I see all the chat messages, because I don't trust Prism Studio as far as I can throw it when it comes to the live stream. Unfortunately, at least I'm set up better. Yesterday I tried a live stream and it was a complete failure. But that was my own fault. I didn't put the antenna outside and decided it was very well situated inside the server rack, which it of course wasn't. There was just noise and nothing else, which really wasn't a smart idea. Let's see, so let's do that. Okay, great. Now I have something like a monitor on the chat. Perfect. Alright, so now let's find an interesting conversation to listen to. Now, interesting is not further defined. If there's something you would like to listen to, let me know. That's a strong signal. Oh, that one. Yeah, I tuned into that one earlier. Some digital notes down there. Oh, yes. That's a very strong station for sure. Well, hello to everyone watching, at least 5 of you present right now. That's very good. What I'm doing is basically browsing around the 20-meter amateur radio band and sharing whatever I can find with you. The cool thing about this is that this software-defined receiver that I'm using is shared with the public right now. The link's in the video description. If you take that link and access it in your browser, you can remotely control my NRSPST. So you can do that on a mobile device if you would like to, although it's not recommended. And you can tune around the bands on your own, completely independent of me. Well, sorta, you have to be within the capturing range, but right now you would be able to tune around the entire 20-meter band and just pick something that you like and listen to it. If somebody would be kind enough to give me feedback in the chat about my audio quality, according to the VU meters, it seems that the audio coming from the software-defined receiver and my audio are very well matched, so you should be able to hear me. And if I would shut up, which I'll do soon, I promise, you should be able to hear the decoded audio. But just wanting to make sure, so if somebody could give me feedback in the chat, would be much appreciated. I don't see anything in the chat yet. But that's okay. I would really like to find a long and ongoing conversation. Ideally in English, of course. Wouldn't make sense to listen to anything in French or so on here if the stream is in English. That signal is just strong. So is that one. Yeah, I wish we could find something interesting. But patience is a virtue, right? It's a virtue that I don't have, but it is a virtue. Now, what would be even cooler if there would be somebody in the live stream right now that actually has a shortwave radio, and we could have a two-way conversation. Me talking on the stream and you talking on your HF radio. That would be pretty cool. But I'm not very optimistic on that happening. But you never know. The internet is an interesting place where interesting things happen. That's digital mode. Let's just sit on that one for a moment. Sure, why not? Now, I just picked a random time to go live. I don't know if it's a good time. The problem is my viewers, they come from everywhere around the world. I have viewers from India, I have viewers from China, I have lots of viewers from Europe, and equally as many visitors from the United States. So finding a proper time for everyone is next to impossible. I've started polls where I ask people like what's a good time to stream, and naturally with all the time zones involved, it's next to impossible to find a time that's suitable for everyone. Of course, ordinarily, when people have time is in the afternoon, like starting at 6 p.m., maybe better 8, 9 p.m.-ish, but doing that or accomplishing that across multiple time zones is just impossible. So the only thing I can do is go live at early times and later times and only capture maybe half of my audience with that, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it's gonna be. And again, I would really appreciate it if somebody gives me some feedback in the chat about the audio quality. I think the distance, I'm just judging by the VU meters, but I think the distance between the SDR's audio and my voice should be sufficient, that you should be able to hear me very well without the audio stepping on me, although, well, now it looks good judged by the VU meters. Now, if somebody could give me a reality check on that, I would really appreciate that. And I'll continue to look for interesting signals. That person is strong. Maybe I gotta stay there for a moment. Yeah, now, the coolest thing that could happen is that somebody pops on the stream that actually has an HF radio and would like to engage in some sort of, let's call it a two-way communication. Me from the chat side, of not chat, the live stream side of things, and you responding via shortwave. I mean, that would be excellent. There's a new one.
Secure 20 meters. Alpha, number 8, the Delta Gold Sierra, going, secure.
There we go.
Secure 20 meters. Echo Alpha, number 8, Delta Gold Sierra, calling, secure.
He just started calling secure, so I'm just gonna stay there for a while and see who he's gonna engage with. Maybe this will make for some good content, or maybe not. I guess we will see, right?
Secure 20 meters. Echo Alpha, number 8, Delta Gold Sierra, calling, secure.
Didn't catch his call because I'm talking too much.
Secure 20 meters. Echo Alpha, number 8, Delta Gold Sierra, going, secure 20 meters.
I just heard something with Echo Alpha. I don't know if anyone else caught the call sign.
Kilo Uniform 2, again, please. Italy Uniform 2, Uniform Delta Foxtrot, Simon, is correct?
Can you guys hear the received audio well?
Il tuo riporto 5253, reporte reale, allora è la isola di Tenerife. Grazie mille per la tua risposta.
Well, that changed to Spanish real quick. Called in English, and then it all continued in Spanish.
QRZ, Echo Alpha, number 8, Delta Golf Sierra, going secure 20 meters.
And I again talked over his call sign. Of course.
Station number 1. Over, Echo Sierra, Go 1, Golf Uniform November, Anton, Station QRP, is correct?
No, he's talking to a QRP person. That's pretty cool.
Congratulations, Anton. You report the signal is the 5354 in Tenerife in this moment. QSL, what is your power, Anton?
Just talking to a QRP station.
Okay, thank Whiskey. Congratulations, Anton. Thank you for your call, my friend, and 7-3.
Can somebody drop some feedback in the chat for me, please, on the audio levels?
Standby. Italy Uniform, please standby. QRZ, Echo America 8, Delta Golf Sierra, calling CQ. Call in now. Italy Uniform again. Italy Uniform 1, Tango, Romeo Tango. You report is the 5-5. QSL?
Yeah, let's just stick with him instead of browsing around.
Ok, grazie mille per la tua informazione di Monte Carlo in Monaco, ok, in Savona. Grazie mille amico mio, un forte abbraccio, 73.
While we're sitting here, if you have any questions, like let's do a general Q&A in the background, just drop your questions in the chat. If you're just here for the ride, that's fine too. You can just stay in the background and listen. And if you would like to listen to something else, you can actually do that, because this software-defined receiver is shared publicly right now on the internet. You can access it through the link in the video description and just browse around the bands as you please on your own. It's shared right now. It won't be shared indefinitely. It's just a small mini whip antenna, which I mounted on the roof earlier after yesterday's live stream was a complete failure.
Thank you, Adri. Good weekend and 7-3. Bye-bye. QRZ, Go American, number 8, Delta Golf Sierra, calling CQ.
Don't be shy, people. The chat is free.
Station ended in Foxtrot Whiskey again, please. Okay, QRZ. Below Italy Zulu 6, Golf Sierra Norway. Your report is 5655. QSL, my friend Carlos.
I really need a teleprompter so that I can look at you and look at the screen at the same time, because every time I do this, it just looks silly. There's my monitor to the side, and here's the one where I have the SDR panel open. Kinda need this right that way, because else it looks weird. But we're just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, I guess I could use the little monitor on top of the camera to just to put the SDR on there, or at least put the video chat on there. But, well, this was an impromptu stream anyway, and it's the first time in my entire life that I'm actually streaming vertically. I just thought it was an interesting thing to try. And you guys seem to be extremely shy. I mean, I see the amount of people that are watching, and I see 0 messages in the chat. Don't be shy, I don't bite. It'll cost you extra. And he's calling CQ in English, but then he continues talking in Spanish a lot with local stations.
Okay, station Madrid, Canada. Madrid, Canada. Again, repeat your call, please. Madrid, Canada.
And I missed his call sign the entire time. So what happens if you just continue to yap? I mean, it's already 18 minutes live.
Alexis in Ukraine. Alexis in Ukraine. Please, Alexis, repeat your call. I have Uniform Romeo. Roger, QSL. Alexis. Very nice picture. Very nice picture, Alexis. Congratulations.
To everyone who just joined, and that seems to be quite a lot of people, this software-defined receiver is shared publicly. The link's in the live stream's description. You can just control the device on your own from home. You can use your cell phone, although I don't recommend it. And by using that link, you can just browse around the 40-meter band on your own. It's only limited to that because that's the frequency range I have selected right now. If I would relinquish control, you could just check out whatever you like. so you're not bound to listen to what I have open here. And it looks like currently absolutely nobody is connected to the SDR, and that's fine. And there's also still no messages in the chat, which tells me that all of you seem to be quite shy, which is cool also. But if somebody can give me feedback on the audio quality, I would really appreciate that, because all I have is the VU meters. I did listen to the live stream myself earlier through my cell phone, which is kind of weird. During a live, listening to yourself, odd thing, but it sounded alright.
QSL 100 wickets only, very good copy to Europe beans. My power is the 1 kilowatt power in antenna. The signal remains the direction to Europe, huh? Congratulations, Mr. Beans. Yankee Oscar 6, Victor Sierra, Sierra. Echo America, number 8, Delta Echo Sierra, 7-3 Sierra.
He's got a whole kilowatt of power. That explains why he's coming through so strongly.
Bye-bye on the back, QRZ, Echo America, number 8, Delta Echo Sierra, calling to kill.
He certainly seems to have a cool attitude, if I can say so.
Okay, Echo Alfa 1, Papa Hotel, muy buenas, David, adelante.
It's the best band for this time here in Germany right now. It is in the afternoon, but the sun's still up, so I can't really hop down the 40 or 80 meters, which I would like to, because there's going to be the more interesting conversations. But it's going to take another 2-3 hours at least until they become usable enough to be interesting enough for a live stream. I might actually do that later, but then do a normal horizontal live stream. As the first time I'm trying a vertical live, just for fun. We'll see what the outcome of that is. If somebody has a shortwave radio and would like to try two-way communication, that would also be an interesting twist to the live stream for sure. It actually sounds like something I need to set up in the future. Oh no, I lost access. Ah, due to inactivity. I wasn't inactive, I was listening. Sad thing is, now I lost control, because one of you guys is actually connected to it. So, I guess we can watch to what the other person is doing. Normally it would show control right here if I would have control. I don't, because I got kicked off due to inactivity from my own device. And yeah, you see here somebody else is connected, queue position 1. It counts in IT people. IT people count starting 0. Ah, now I have control. See, there it reappeared, control. So let's go back. I wish I'd remember the frequency. Oh, it was you? What's the name? Jared L? Thanks for giving me credit. It would have been fine. It would have been interesting to just watch what you're doing. I was just surprised because there was 0 people connected beforehand, and then all of a sudden there was finally somebody on there. $14,295. Yeah, thanks for remembering. Awesome. By the way, you can at the same time just browse around. I think you have that 2 mega samples of Spectrum available. You weren't sure what you were doing. Yeah, same here. I just sell it a little bit more professional. Yeah, there's lots of interesting things. However, the amount of things I can show here on the live stream is very limited. There's a lot of analog military communications around, I don't know, let's say 8.992 kilohertz upper sideband. There's phone patches from the Military Auxiliary Radio Service, just really interesting to listen to. Also not legal here in Germany. So the opportunities are endless, and as long as you don't talk about it publicly, I guess nobody will ever find out, right? But due to legal reasons, like I said, we're currently limited to the amateur radio bands. Broadcast stations are of course legal to receive, but that will be the issue of copyright claims here on YouTube, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Or we could listen to timing transmitters, they're boring. Non-directional beacons would also be an option, but they're equally boring. Not gonna do that either. By the way, Jared, since you're obviously listening and talking to me, what does the audio quality or the audio levels, what do they sound like? Is it okay? Is it possible to understand me? Obviously, because you were responding to me, but is the, what am I trying to say? Is the dynamic range of my audio to the audio of the SDR sufficiently selected that both are understandable? I guess, wow, that was complicated. Is the audio okay? There you go. Simple sentence. I'm not sure if he's in Tenerife or if his responding party is. That's certainly a very nice vacation destination. Ah, thanks, Jared. Yeah, I would say it's the same here, like in person, and I should probably put the speakers down. I probably should have just used a headset, because you're picking up the SDR's audio through my microphone, as well as it's directly entered into the stream through the desktop audio. Let me look at the levels. Yeah, it's really a lot weaker, isn't it? Let me try cranking it up a bit, and you tell me if it's better or worse now.
Bye-bye, QRZ, Echo America, number 8, Delta Golf Sierra, calling to Q. I come back in, I come back in 20 seconds. I come back in 20 seconds. Wait a moment, please.
That guy certainly sounds very enthusiastic. Thanks, Jared. Seriously, you can hear the excitement in his voice. He claimed he's going to be back in 20 seconds, so... Well, that was quick, I guess. That was a quick 20 seconds.
Florida 1 again.
By the way, this live stream is really just a test for the setup, audio levels, and all that good stuff. And while I was at it, I decided let's try vertical streaming for once. Never done that before. I will return in probably 1 or 2 hours, not sure yet, and we'll do a normal live stream, horizontal live stream, which is probably the preferred way for me to stream. I just want to make sure, because I streamed yesterday and it was a horrible live stream, simply because I decided to put the antenna up inside next to a server rack, which of course was full of electromagnetic interference, because I didn't want to put it outside in the rain. and yeah, that worked very poorly. It was a very bad judgment call. So I just wanted to make sure that everything works, decided to test vertical live, and then in about 1 or 2 hours, I'm not sure. On one side, the later the better, because then it's going to be dark and there's going to be more interesting things to listen to on 40 and 80 meters. On the other side, I should probably go to bed at some early time. So yeah, I'll see. Things will happen when they happen, I guess. Now, timing is always an issue with these live streams. I think I already said that earlier. There's so many people from all around the world in different time zones, and getting them all together in a live stream is really difficult. Now, of course, they can watch the recording later on, but the intent of a live stream is to interact with the viewers. And that kind of falls away if they're just listening to the recording. I'll probably go to doing a live stream early in the morning my time, which would be late in the evening for Americans. And it would be in the afternoon for the Chinese. And then do another live stream late in the afternoon, which would be early for early for the Americans. I don't know. I gotta figure this out. I did multiple polls where I asked people what would be the best time to stream, and of course with all the time zones it's highly inconclusive, but I didn't expect anything else. Now the German channel is a lot easier, also TikTok live streaming, which I do, which is a German TikTok channel. That's quite obvious. Starting at 8 p.m. Germans appear to be active on the internet, and then 2200, so 10 p.m. hits another high spot. That's simple. I guess I should probably focus more on the Americans and Canadians. Their central time kind of around 10 p.m. Would that be here? I think they're 7-8 hours, I don't even know exactly, behind. So that would be like, what, 6 a.m. from LLC, early morning stream. Like I said, that would work just fine. Okay, he disappeared. I thought he was going to stay there for a while.
It's on right now, and I am
suffering the consequences, over. Yeah, I know what it is. It's so annoying that you don't seem to unless the station you're working as,
Wow, I'm already live for over 30 minutes. Time goes by so quick when you're just sitting in front of a camera and talking to yourself. I can highly recommend that to anyone that just wants to waste some time. Seriously. Like, I don't know much activities where time flies by that quickly. Well, he disappeared.
Charlie, Sugar 7, Alpha, XV, United.
Echo 77, Echo November Sierra.
Charlie, Sugar 7, Alpha, XV, United.
Sugar November again. Sugar November 1, something Echo Sierra.
November 1, Radio Echo Sierra.
November 1, Radio Echo Sierra. This is Echo 7, Echo November 6 from your report 59.
To everyone who just joined the show, you are not bound to listen to what I have selected here. You can remotely control the software-defined receiver through the link in the stream's description. So independently of me, fairly independent, only within a certain bandwidth while I'm stuck here at the 40 meter band, 20 meter band. You can just browse around as you please, and when I will exit, which will be not too long from now, and you're free to just roam around as you please. There will be another stream in approximately, yeah, I guess it'll be 2 hours. No, 1 hour. Hang on, let me see. 8, 9. Yeah, let's do 2200 Central European Standard Time. It's going to be in about 2 hours. It'll be a normal horizontal live stream. By then you could install SDR Connect, which is the software that I'm using down here, and you could add my receiver as a remote device, like here. And just name, you can pick whatever you want. IP address, host name is intranet.balticlab.com. The port is default 50,000. There's no username, no password. And with that information, you can just set this SDR up as if it would be connected to your own network and listen to what's going on here in Germany. So whoever wants to play along, feel free to do just that. Jared did earlier. He actually got control. Why did he actually get control? Oh yeah, right, because I got disconnected due to inactivity. But that was cool too.
Again, please. Echo Alpha.
Yeah, I definitely need a prompter. I'm always eyeing myself over there. Every time I don't look at the camera, it really looks weird. And I should probably look more obviously, like so, because just doing this side eye, it looks even weirder. I definitely need to buy a prompter. I'll hop on Amazon in just a little bit and try to find one. At least the chat window and Prism Studio, or the SDR thing, just put it on a teleprompter screen, probably look a whole lot better. Should probably also set up a different scene where the SDR window is larger and I'm just hitting somewhere in the corner. I think the primary focus should be the SDR and not me. That's the only scene I have set up right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Good luck.
To everyone that's listening, I would be really interesting to know where you guys are all from. I mean, my subscribers are scattered all over the world. Many of them in Europe, many of them in the United States, Canada, of course, but also Indonesia is a lot of my subscribers from. Yeah, is from. Are a lot of my subscribers from. I'm sorry, I can't speak English. It's horrible. So, where are you guys from? So, first lesson, people that watch vertical live streams are not very chatty. I see the amount of people that are watching, but none of you are talking, which is cool. But that doesn't commonly happen in a horizontal live stream at all.
Good luck. Again.
Echo Alpha 6 Delta Lima.
Again.
Echo Alpha 6 Delta Lima. Echo Alpha 6 Delta Lima.
Sorry, no copy. Again.
Okay, I'll do another 5 minutes here on this stream, and then I'll hop off and get some quiet time before I'll do the horizontal stream, which I should probably announce somewhere soon. Although I think these impromptu streams are always the best ones. Ironically, the streams I did yesterday, which was completely scheduled and prepared, so to speak, and it was horrible. I mean, I might have to delete it later and substitute it with the stream that's gonna follow later. And then some of the unprepared streams, I'm just hopping on completely unplanned and unprepared, they turn out a whole lot better. Which just goes to prove that for some people, you can plan things to the extent that they are no longer good. Brooklyn, NY. Cool, so United States. I would figure that probably the most viewers are from the United States right now. For you guys, it's a normal day over there today, right? Here in Germany, at least, it's a national holiday, so we all didn't have to work. Which doesn't mean much for me because I work every day. That's kind of the problem with being self-employed. But everyone else got to enjoy a day without work. So I'll stream another about 4 minutes. That will be 45 minutes of total time then. That will be sufficient for today. And then there'll be the longer live stream in about 2 hours later on. I'll write an announcement for that in a second, announce it to the channel. And hopefully it's dark enough by then that we can actually tune over the 40 meter band or maybe even 80 meter band. See what's going on there. Just noticing glare in my glasses. It's really difficult as somebody who's wearing glasses to set up the lighting in a way that you do not have glare. But oh well, first world problems. Ah, there's actually a second user connected. Awesome. Theoretically, up to 10 people can connect simultaneously. And once I will hop off, which is going to be in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you can actually roam around as freely as you would like. So Jared, since you're still listening, I will relinquish control to you if you want. And I'm debating whether or not I'm gonna leave this SDR shared publicly indefinitely, or if I'm gonna make this a members only thing, which is my preference. My membership is currently just 99 cents a month. This is feasible, and it does cost some time and effort to operate equipment like this. So I think it would be only fair, and plus it would limit the amount of well, it would limit the amount of users that will actually do nefarious stuff with the device. So it would make sense to make it members only, and thus limit the amount of people that continuously access it, because it makes no sense if it's crowded from too many people either. But that's something I have to think about.
Echo Sierra, November, please again. Oscar Zulu, please again. Again.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say thanks for everyone that was listening or watching. Remember that in about 2 hours, 2200 Central European Standard Time, there will be another live stream, regular horizontal live stream, basically doing the same, talking a little bit about the NRSPST, sharing the device. Well, it'll stay shared now. I'm not going to disconnect it over the next 2 hours, so feel free to roam around the band as much as you like. I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. So thanks for everyone that was watching. Thanks, Jared, for your active participation. And enjoy the next 2 hours of control over the device. See you next time.